99.7 and 1450 WHTC Travels Michigan. Look at travel and tourism in our state with Dave Lorenz of Pure Michigan. He joins us via the Zoom connection. Dave, good morning and Merry Christmas.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you. Good morning from my Lansing office today. Haven't been coming in here all that much, but it's funny. I may be the only person in the world who actually likes being in the office as much as I can be. So it's good to be here today.
It's a case of lots of travel and moving around and the like. I know a lot of the ski operators doing quite well, especially north of here. Saw a little map about the probability of a white Christmas, and the UP is pretty good about that. And maybe the northern tip of the lower peninsula around here, 50-50 right now. But the snow machines have been working, and the ski operators and the winter sports operators are pretty happy right now.
Yeah, I've been out there a little bit this last week. In fact, Monday I was in Marquette, and I can tell you the Upper Peninsula, especially, kind of that central and western Upper Peninsula, has tons of snow. They have what they call in the UP snow machines moving all over the place, and we down here like to call them snowmobiles, but they're already out and about on the trails, especially in that Munising Marquette area. Not as much snow closer to St. Ignace, but it's coming around. And then in northwest lower peninsula of Michigan, I was at Boyne last weekend, and boy, tons of snow. And then you might ask, well, gee, we heard there was rain, we heard it was warm. Well, it was warm, but luckily yesterday that colder weather came in. They were able to make some snow last night. They need around 26, 28 degree temperatures and the right humidity, and they can make snow on top of that huge natural snow base that already developed earlier. Remember, we got that big snowfall right after Thanksgiving, and they took full advantage of that. So if you're thinking about going to Boyne, Shanty Creek, Crystal Mountain, maybe to Treetops Resort, Otsego Club, or any of those other hills up north, I can guarantee you're going to have a great time. Now, this is the way you do it now, partially because of COVID and partially because it's a good idea. Know before you go. And so you can go to a couple of websites, michigan.org, and then click on the things to do section, and then click on skiing, and then you're going to find everything from ski conditions to ways that you can book online for your overnight stays or just your ski lift passes. That's the way to do it now, because with COVID, a lot of the operators are limiting the number of skiers they're allowing on the hills, which I got to tell you, makes it more fun for me, not being in those big long lines at the lifts. And now they have these automated systems where you get your ticket online, and then you just kind of put it in your pocket, and you kind of go through these like scanning devices like they have on some toll roads around America. No longer do you have to, have that ticket, somehow, you stick it on this wire thing and you stick it on your coat, and then you have problems getting it on and off. That's mostly gone now. So some good things have come out of COVID, and some of those things include new technology and new ways to do things. And I'm really excited for the ski season. I think it's going to be a really good one.
One quick question, since this will be our last chat before the first of the year, since we will not have morning news the next 2 Fridays, Dave, what do you see or can see in your crystal ball for 2022 for travel and tourism in our state?
I hate to say it again, but it really so much does depend on how we handle the COVID situation. There's still a whole bunch of people who have decided not to get their vaccines. I understand that. The federal administration keeps on reminding us that if you have not had your shots, you're going to have a much more likelihood of getting ill. And if you have your shots with this new variant going around, you might get ill, but it's going to feel like a cold or whatever. And because of all this, people, as we hear more and more news about COVID, it's about the perception that really is so important about whether people will travel or not. So that sentiment changes. So right now, it's just looking at the newest data we got this week. For the most part, the latest COVID numbers haven't affected people's plans to travel. About 27% of Americans have said they're going to delay their travel plans, but almost everybody is still going to be traveling to their family and friends for the holidays. So let's see how it all works out. Aside from that, we still have issues with getting enough employees. We're actually trying to work with the Secretary of Homeland Security to open up more H-2B visas so we can get more international workers here in our really busy times, because we do not have enough employees. You know, we have 11 million jobs open in this country and people aren't applying for them. Very low unemployment rate. So we need those H-2B visas. So things like this are going to continue to cause us challenges. All that said, I think we're on pretty good track for what I'm going to expect to be continuing recovery. And I just ask and plead and pray that we will, as we've been doing, think about other people going forward. It will make a big deal of difference. Continue to be the ambassadors that you are, to be as welcoming as you can be, and that will get us very far.
Dave Lorenz of Travel Michigan, Pure Michigan, I should say. I want to thank you very much for joining us today on our Travel Michigan segment. Wish you and your family and everyone at Pure Michigan and Travel Michigan well over the holiday season. Hope we don't have too many issues in terms of people having issues on roads between now and the first of the year. And we'll talk in about 3 weeks, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hey, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you very much, Dave Lorenz, 99.7 and 1450 WHTC.